Thank you so much. Once again, welcome to the official launch of the European Union funded Bayoko. Members of the here present are able host project in the Niger Delta. I have the singular honor of His Excellency for the arrival of, before he will leave, SDN and AAP SWAP. National, the representative of the Executive Director of Delta State Government here present, on behalf of the Honorable Speaker, Delta State House of Assembly. With a round of applause for Wayme for his opening remark and a goodwill message on mobilization. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, through the office, gentlemen of the press, Democracy Network, Florence.
Let me begin by saying that I greatly value this intervention from the Search for Common Ground and their partner agencies to assist the government in its drive to achieve financial inclusion and sustainable development as a way of ensuring peace and security in the Niger Delta region. I'm pleased to note that the NGOs involved in this project have a track record of creating credible platforms for global regional cooperation, economic growth, and sustainable development. I note with pleasure that this initiative is designed to impact knowledge, skills, and attitudes in a very systematic manner to achieve a renewed sense of civic responsibilities in the target communities through building strong and enduring intra- and inter-community relationships. This is obviously in tandem with our goal of enhanced peace and security through youth engagement and empowerment, creation of job opportunity through infrastructural renewal, and a new policy thrust in our education system that prioritizes skill acquisition. The European Union deserves a very big accolade for making their resources available to us in this regard. I must thank them for their interest and willingness to invest in 24 communities in Delta State, spread across 12 local governments area. Thank you so much. This is a huge human capital development effort, and it is my expectation that those who will be entrusted with managing the different aspects of this program will do their job with the utmost zeal, dedication, and integrity. I am confident that the peace that we are currently enjoying in Delta State will be greatly enhanced through this project. This is because one of the triggers of unrest and instability in any society is financial exclusion. The lack of social cohesion and the absence of shared values. Trouble is not far-fetched when there is despair and discontent in the general populace. I am persuaded that the bottom-up, inclusive and community-centered approach of this project will inspire hope in our people. It will foster behavioral changes and give them a sense of belonging. It is therefore incumbent on the project managers to display the highest level of fairness, transparency, and accountability in the discharge of their duties. I pledge this government cooperation and my personal commitment to continue to collaborate with all the partners agencies in the quest to build effective community-based peace architecture, strong peace-building platforms, and to raise a new generation of leaders and thinkers that will change the narratives in the Niger Delta region.
When the representative of the Search for Common Ground, when they approached me for the need for partnership on this project, two things struck my mind. One that is more important is that in the more agenda of my principal, in the acronym E, in that acronym is for enhanced peace. I do not therefore need to be told that in the course of this journey of 8 years of my principal, where I'm privileged to be an appellate, issue of peace building will definitely be an integral part of it. The second one is that the Ministry of Delta State, Youth Development in Delta State, currently has the first ever policy of the ministry that is coined the More YDE7 series. In this policy, the component of easing of crime and social vices is an integral component of this policy. So I will take cognizance of these two considerations. I have no choice than to quickly align with the request for the partnership after I've done my due diligence.
The essence of this initiative is to introduce the project to critical stakeholders in Delta State, especially government, traditional leaders, community leaders, media, security actors, women and youth, and to share the objectives of the project, which is to build a community-centered approach to addressing criminality and violence, and to also share those key areas where communities are going to hold us accountable for. We would be setting up peace architecture platforms across the communities where we'd be working with. In Delta State, we'd be working in 12 local governments across 24 communities. And this, we hope, that would be a pilot phase that would be cascaded down to other communities eventually. Right now, we are conducting a baseline to have a better understanding of the drivers of criminality and violence across the locations that would be working in the 3 states in the Niger Delta. We are hoping that at the end of the project, we'll be able to have a very good analysis of the issues as well as recommendations for areas to expand to. The decision for where to work was done in consultation with community leaders, and we hope that this consultative process is going to build up towards the end of the project, where we would also identify areas where we could extend interventions to. So we would rely heavily on the commitment of communities as well as media while we work in telling the accurate stories of what is happening in these communities, as well as the progress that the intervention is making over time, as well as in determining where we expand to eventually. The role of the state government in all of this is to provide us with the platform and avenue to have access to communities to bring our intervention to. The ultimate role of the government is to institutionalize whatever we're doing, because all this intervention is to support government in meeting its agenda. So we hope that at the end of the day, government will be able to take over the structures that we are establishing or strengthening, because we also recognize that a lot of effort has been done by the people of Delta. So we want recognition of government to the structures that are on ground, as well as supporting the structures to meet its goals and objectives.
The reason for this event is launching this new project that we're implementing across the 3 states, Rivers, Delta, and Bayelsa State. We've previously worked in the region, but it's been a few years, and we're returning with this project. We think this is an extremely important project addressing critical issues of peace building in the 3 states. We really hope that this initiative is able to expand and grow beyond the specific timeline of this project, and be something that is sustainable and lasting to support the building of peace in the region. There's limited financing, they're time bound, so these 3 states had the most pressing and critical issues. We've also been established in these 3 states before, so we have former structures and relationships to build on. We do hope, it would be wonderful if this project could expand beyond these 3 states, because I know that the needs are great, but we identified these 3 states, and particularly I believe the more riverine and oil producing areas of the 3 states for the focus of this project.
Well, this is a peace building project, so it's not as other projects that you've seen, and it's linking peace into economic development. That's unique. And it's also because there can be peace if there's no development, and there can be development if there's no peace. So it's unique in that sense, and it's different in terms of the approach the project is taking. You're having a consortium of expert organizations that will facilitate different aspects of the program itself.
We say that it is coming at a time that our country is facing diverse security challenges ranging from kidnapping for ransom, banditry, armed robbery, ritual killings, insurgencies, and you can name them. In the face of these security challenges, all the accusing fingers are always pointing on the youth. This is because they constitute a large percentage of the population and the most effective segment of the society. Besides their numerical dominance, their energies, ideas, and inventiveness can define the space of development and security of a nation. They are the major determinants of peace and stability of a nation. Conversely, the degree of disorderliness and instability in any society is also determined partly by the youth. It is incontrovertible the fact that one of the major causes of criminality is the increasing rate of unemployment, poverty, illiteracy, lack of access to information, and essential welfare services. This energy of the youth and the strength, if not properly harnessed, can be channeled towards negative ventures. Hence, the need for youth empowerment. And I want to say here that the need for youth empowerment here can never be overemphasized.
Represents an important milestone in the quest for peace and socio-economic and political development of our nation. It is especially pleasing to note that this bottom-up approach to fighting crime and violence and building peace places great emphasis on the empowerment of youth within their respective communities. I must commend Search for Common Ground and its partners. I must commend other partners, the European Union, Democracy Network, Academic Associate Peace Work, Partnership Initiative for the Niger Delta PIN, and the government of Delta States for their respective roles in the making of this project. It's targeted at 24 communities across 12 local government areas of Delta State. In terms of development, the possibilities of the Niger Delta region are vast, if not limitless. The oil and gas producing region of Nigeria, Niger Delta, is the mainstay of the national economy, accounting for over 60% of Nigerians' revenue and foreign exchange earnings. The region is also rich in arable land for farming, water bodies for fishing, well endowed with solid minerals, and a growing and well-educated and skillful populace, capable of serving a modern economy. With a wide array of biodiversities, historical and cultural sites, cuisine and hotels, a decent network of transportation by land, water, and air linking the region, Niger Delta has enormous potential for development of tourism and to be a major hub for foreign investment. In the past, however, in terms of actual development of the region, the narrative was different, plagued with widespread unemployment, poverty, youth restiveness, and herdsmen farmers clashes with crimes such as rape and killings of farmers by the herdsmen. All of us have now realized that if we do not want to lose this paradise, the Niger Delta, we must do something.